ready to go. Not much choice really. I want to work on today getting some movement going, freeing, getting rid of clearing, cleansing, releasing any tension, and then we'll work on our squats again, our presses, our crawls. We'll go back onto the floor, do a little bit of crawl and press, and then we'll just finish off with some nice smooth flowing movements just to get us set up and get us ready for a new year. So let's jump up into your comfortable standing position. I'll swap onto my camera. Hopefully you can see me there. Yes, so just find space, take your feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit of give in the knees. And just start off by pumping the legs. So we're just starting to bend the knees, let the legs start to shake a little bit, pump the legs. Really focus on feeling the movement in the shoulders, the back of the neck. So when you're doing this, make sure we're not holding tension up here. Let the energy, let the vibration flow through the whole of the body. So you'll hear in my voice, you can hear it changing my voice a little bit. And then bring the arms into it. So just bring the wrists and the elbows. Shaking is a great way to release any tension. And as you're doing this, notice any areas of the body where you might feel a little bit of a blockage or a bit of a tightness, and see if you can just focus on releasing that area. So if you watch animals in the wild, they will go into fight or flight. So they'll either go for an attack or run away, but at the end of that, to release any tension, they just shake it out. Just shake out. So really letting that vibration through the body. If you're comfortable, then just bang the heels on the floor a little bit. So I'll just show you from the side. So that creates even more of a vibration through the body. And we can bring some breath into it. So we just take a full breath in through the nose and release it. So think of this as a clearing and a cleansing breath. So just in through the nose, full breath in through the nose, and let everything go. Let's do 2 more of those in your own time. Full breath in through the nose. And really release any tightness, tension, any physical or emotional tension. Full breath in through the nose. And then just slow it down. Just step your feet together and just take a moment to feel all of that nice tingling, energy flowing, blood flowing, feeling through the body. Step back out again to about shoulder width apart. Let's work on some rotation. A little bit of give in the knees. I'm going to mirror you, so I'll go to the left first, rotate, and then to the right. So you're keeping the knees bent, keeping a very subtle, I'll show you from the side, that subtle tilt forwards. I'm not leaning back here. And I'm keeping in my mind, that axis through the crown of the head, keeping tall through the crown of the head and rotating around that central rotational axis of the spine. And again, paying particular attention just to letting the shoulders relax, the space in the back, keeping tall. And if you want to, without getting too dizzy, you can just take a little look behind you. So you can just slow it down a bit and then just look behind you. If you start to get dizzy, then just keep the visual forwards or just take that side. But again, just really rotating, arms just swinging. You might get some nice crunches through the neck. And then slow it down. And just walk the feet together again. Just take a moment just to stand. So we're just loosening up, mobilizing the body, mobilizing the joints, getting ourselves prepared for some a little bit stronger exercises. And then we'll do some cooling down afterwards. Let's go back to our shoulder width. Back to our little bend in our knees. We'll do our extension and flexion of the spine. Arms up here, keeping that bend in the hips, so that little bit of bend in the hips, and then you extend, so look up behind you, and keeping the knees bent, tuck the pelvis under. So we're opening up and extending and lengthening the spine. And then we're flexing as we curl into a little ball, squeeze the bum muscles, extend, just breathing easy through this one. Opening up the front of the spine. This is a really good visualization. We tend to think of the spine all the time just being at the back of the body, but we've got a front of the spine. So here we're opening up the chest, but we're also opening up the front of the spine. And as I always say, no strain, no pushing, no forcing, just breathing into it. Just go into your own comfortable range of motion. Keep going. I'll just show you from the side. Here I'm extending from here, from that thoracic spine, rather than compressing my lower back. So I'm extending upwards and opening up the front of the spine. Now I'm doing a nice curl in. Extending. So we've had no snow down here in London yet, but it looks very snow-like as I'm looking out of the window. It's got that feel about it. Let's do a couple more of these. Extend and open. Curl into a nice ball there. And then rest there and shake out the hands, shake out the legs again. So we've done rotation of the spine, we've done flexion and extension. Let's do some lateral movement. I like this one. So again, I like them all. Feet shoulder width apart, a little bit of give in the knees. We're going to just rock side to side. So it's like going to some crazy New Year's Eve dance party. But it's fascinating how can you get that ripple, can you get your spine rocking side to side. So waving side to side. Just let the head and the neck again relax and go with the movement. Using the feet, so you're pushing into the ground, using the hips. And you can do it as slow as you want. Or I've just felt like going a little bit faster then. So you can do it a little bit faster. But it's just loosen up that spine, that side to side lateral movement. Just let the head go, let the head follow. Relax the shoulders. And then slow it down. And again, just shake out. Let's just take some time just to come back to our standing, about fist width apart, soft knees. And now feel almost like that tingle through the body. Be aware of where your center of gravity is, how you can connect to the ground, but at the same time you can lift tall to the sky. When we're doing exercise classes, we're always thinking, oh, I have to be doing something, I need to be doing. But actually what I want you to do is take the time in between some of the movements that we do, just to see what it feels like, just to be aware, just be, and see what it feels like in our body. That true idea of just sensing what's going on in the body there's nothing weird about it. It's just, how does my body feel? How do I feel? Does it feel good? Do I feel tight anywhere? Do I feel balanced? Do I feel focused? Now let's pop your hands over your belly. And if you're comfortable, just close your eyes. We're just going to go into a little bit of balance now, but if you're comfortable, just keeping your eyes closed. So now you can really tune into how your body feels, how you're moving. So there will be a little bit of movement, that's great. So what we don't want to be doing is holding any excess tightness or tension anywhere. So now I'm going to mirror you, but you've all got your eyes closed, so you can't see that I'm mirroring you. I want you to focus on being stable on the right side. So your right side of the body is where you're going to be stabilized. So really use that right heel into the ground. Strong down the right hip, the right side of the body, and then just peel that left heel off the ground. So we're just peeling the heel. Don't have to lift the foot off the ground as yet. And then come back to balance. Notice what happens, how that whole body moves as you shift the weight really subtly. So still keeping your eyes closed. Now stabilize through the left side of the body. And once you're confident that you're grounded and stable and strong through that left side, just peel the right heel. Keeping your eyes closed. And then just back to balance. Now if you're comfortable with this, we'll stabilize on the right side again. Only if you're comfortable and if you know you've got the space around you and you're confident that you can balance, just lift that right heel off the ground. So you're stabilizing and then just lifting. And my right side there, really shaking. And then come back to balance. And I've got my eyes closed because I can't see what you're all doing. Stabilize on the other side, and then once you're stable, lift. Well, my balance is way off this morning. It's fascinating to try this different times of the day. Just takes a little bit more attention. And then back. Let's do that one more time, both sides. So again, if you're comfortable with keeping your eyes closed, if you need to open your eyes, then open your eyes. Keep your hands on your belly. This stops you from using your arms to counterbalance. Let's stabilize on the right side. Balance. And if you want to just peel the heel, or if you're comfortable with balancing, then you can lift the opposite heel off the ground. And then back down. Transfer the weight, keep tall through the spine. Stabilize. And then rest there. Then you can open your eyes, just give your hands a little bit of a shake out. Interesting, my balance is way off this morning. Too much coffee, or not enough coffee. Give the legs a little bit of a shake out. It's fascinating when you do something like that, where we're narrowing our center of balance, or our base of support. We're actually focusing on our center of gravity here, so we can't subtly use our arms to counterbalance. And the difference between, with my eyes open, I could do it easy, the minute you close your eyes. So obviously we're losing that sensory feedback from the eyes and from the brain, from us seeing where we're level. But it's really emphasizing how we really do tune into our body, and you can see what's going on, particularly in the lower legs. I find with myself, my right side, a lot more work to stabilize, and I think that's just because there's tightness there. It's not as absorbed of the ground on that right side. So play around with that one. It's a great one just to practice and just to come back to once in a while. Okay, we'll continue with our balance. Go a little bit wider this time. Let's go about hip width apart. We're going to keep the hips square on. So I'm going to mirror you again. So I'm going to stabilize on my left side. This time I'm going to lift my right knee. And then I'm going to keep the hips square. I'm going to open the hip. So watch that we're not rotating the pelvis. So the hips stay square. The pelvis stays facing front. We open the hip. We extend the leg to dip the toe. Don't quite touch the ground. Bring it back up. Rotate it back in. Place it back down. Stabilize on the right side. Bring that left knee up. Open the hip. Again, keep the pelvis facing forwards. Extend. Bring back up. Bring the knee in. Place back down. Let's go back again on the other side. So I'm going to stabilize on the left side. Bring that right knee up. Hips facing forwards. Open up the hip. Extend. Bend the knee back up. Bring the knee facing forwards. Let's add one more step in, so we actually extend forwards there. Bring the knee back up. Step back down. Stabilize on the right side. Left knee up. Open up the hip. Hips stay square. That looks good. Extend. Bring that knee back up. Bring the knee facing forwards. We'll add in that extension there. Extend forwards. Bring that knee back up. Place back down. Let's do one more each side. Keep this upper body. Watch that you don't lean back. So stabilize. Lift. Open up. extend out. So keep this upper body nice and tall. Bring the knee back in. Rotate the leg back in. Watch that you don't lean back as you extend that front leg forwards. Bring that knee back in and then place back down. Take your time to swap sides. Keep tall through the crown. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. Extend. Bring back up. Rotate back in. Extend forwards. Step back down. And then shake your legs out. So now we've got some balance worked on there. We've opened up the hips a little bit. We can go into our squats. So we'll start off with our hands facing forwards. Let's take our feet about shoulder width apart. Again, they can be slightly turned out. Our knees are going to glide over the toes, but it's almost like you just stretch your fingers out and you're bringing your fingers down. You're sliding your fingers down. Go to as comfortable a place as you can do. And then bring back up from the ground. So again, fingers down, fingers flat, coming down to the ground. And again in this, the breathing should be easy. So we should be able to breathe easily in and out through the nose. Coming down, coming up. Keep it as slow and smooth as possible. Down, and up. And if you can just get to here, that's fine. So I'd rather you do that than strain and try and get deeper. It's not about trying and pushing hard. It's about getting to that point where you are comfortable and you can keep the breathing easy. You're in control of the movement. You're in control of the breath. It feels powerful. It feels strong. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. So just again, just challenge yourself a little bit more, but without forcing. So if you can get a little bit deeper. Be tall at the top, so make sure you come up to full extension at the top. Let's do a couple more. And then come to standing. Good. Maybe shake the hips out a little bit. Let's do what we did last Thursday, where we just popped in it to the end of that, our little step forward, step forwards. So I'll show you from the side. We go down. When we get to a comfortable space here, I'm going to put my right hand forwards. So I tilt forwards onto my right hand, and then my left hand steps forward. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure, a little bit of load through my arms there, my elbows stay bent, and then I push myself backwards, still in control, and then come up to standing. And then I'll go with the opposite hand. So I'm coming down, I'm going to place my left hand forwards, then my right hand, shift the weight over the wrists, over the upper body, push back, sit into that squat position, come back up comfortably. Now again, if you could only get to here, if you get to here, that's fine. What you could do is you could just do a little reach and then come back. If you had a chair, I just realised my top matches my chair here. I didn't plan orange and orange. I'm not a big orange fan. So you could get here, make sure that chair's safe, and then you could literally just do that. But do make sure that that chair's not going to slide. But let's just for now do one each side down to the floor. So starting position here. When we're all ready, that looks good. Slowly down. So we're going to lead with the right hand first. So you can come onto the ball of the foot, right hand, left hand. Nice and slow. Back. Take your time here. Use the heels to push yourself back up. And then we'll go down. We'll do left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand. Weight forwards. Push yourself back up. Come up to standing. Let's do one more because that's looking really, really good. Tall at the top. Slide down. Long spine. Reach forwards with the right hand. Step forwards a little bit further with the left hand. Then push yourself back. Balance. Really use the legs and the strength through the legs to bring yourself back up. And then we'll do one more bit of hard work. Leading with the left hand and the right hand. Push back. Take your time to balance. Nice creaks through my knees. Come back up. Oh, that was good. Shake out. Shake the legs. And let's just finish. Final minute. Let's just do some nice, easy flow movement. So we've done some nice strong stuff there. Let's just get that flowing movement. Energy flowing through the body. Breathing easy. Shoulder width apart. Softness in the knees. Reach up. As I take the door out. And come down, pull down. So a little bit of give, you can look up. And just settle into the flowing movement. Let's coordinate the breath so you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. So just calm, easy breathing in through the nose. And it's almost like the body's just following the breath. Calming the mind, calming the body, slowing the breath, slowing the movement. Let's do one more. And bring your hands back to your center, bring your feet back together. And relax there. Good. Sorry, I've gone over a little bit there. I just wanted to do that nice calming, get us all ready for New Year's Eve. Calming, relaxing, flowing movement at the end there. So we've done a lot. We did some mobilization, we've done some nice strength work, and then we've just done some flow and some calming relaxation work there at the end. Last class of the year. Gosh, can't believe we've been doing these classes since May, and it looks like we might be in lockdown until May next year. Hopefully not. Let's hope things are more on a more positive note. But I do want to thank you all very, very much for joining in these classes, because without you guys coming along to my classes, without you coming to the workshops, this would have been a really challenging year from a fitness industry point of view, because I think I've been in the studio about 2 weeks this year. So I really want to thank everybody for your support. I've loved doing these classes. It's really taught me a lot, and we'll be doing lots more of them next year. So have a great New Year's Eve. I'll see you next Tuesday for the breathing workshop, and next Thursday again focusing a little bit more on functional movement. Please do tell your friends about them. Please do share, subscribe on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube as well. And yeah, keep coming along, keep enjoying the classes, and I'll see you all next year. Have a fabulous time. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye. Happy New Year. See you next year. See you next. Bye.
See you next year.
See you next year. Bye.